There, YouTube.
We are back again today for another game review, a special tag team review. Booyah, I'm here with my son, Sean, and we are going to be reviewing today Fryin Flyin Donuts from Maya Games. This is for ages 4+. It's for 2 players. Take you, I don't know, about 1 to 2 minutes to play. It's a very quick game. In this game, I'm just going to show you. It's really simple. We're going to turn on the fan right here, and you're trying to throw donuts and get them...
Yeah, up there.
Up there. You get all 3 of yours in there first, you're going to win the game. If you want to see a gameplay of it, I'll post a link down below. But this is just going to be the pros, the cons. Let's do the actual review of the game. So we'll start first on the con side. What's something you don't like about this game, Sean?
I don't like it because it's, like, very easy. I'd like it if it was more complex.
Yes. So I specifically picked up this game aiming for it at my 4-year-old. And this is my 7-year-old. Sean is 7. And this is fun for everybody. And we had a good time playing with it. You know, it's fun just to play with it. And these things float around. And they feel good. The components feel good. But I wish there was more game here. Especially considering a lot of times with other games, they'll have like a whole bunch of variants. It'll be like, oh, if you want to try a more complex way to play it, try and do this or that. Or maybe, you know, with your eyes closed or something like that. So I agree completely. I wish there was a little bit more meat on the bones with this game. Maybe a deck of cards could add so much more to this game if you just got creative people to make those cards.
What would the deck of cards be for?
Maybe it would be different ways that you have to try and get the donut on. So maybe you have to like bump it with your elbow. Or maybe you have to throw it.
Or maybe you have to have your eyes closed.
Yeah, have your eyes closed. Or maybe you have to blow it on there. Like that. Let's try that. Let's see if we can do that. See, just a deck of cards that has different ways to do it. So you start it off with a beginner game, and then you say, all right, if your kids can handle that, and we could easily make a deck of cards for this, but the bottom line is, we shouldn't have to. Maya Games should.
Yeah.
We're hammering on it for that. Another con that I have that you probably wouldn't think about is this bad boy takes C batteries, which chances are, at least we didn't just have them lying around. You have to go out and buy them.
Yeah.
They're the bigger ones, 4 C batteries. We've gotten a decent amount of life out of this. We've probably had the fan on for about an hour, and it's still working. So you do need to know it does have D batteries, which is a little bit of a downer there as well. C batteries. Yeah, excuse me. The box is very, you know, it will hold everything in there, which is nice, but you're going to have to fit it in a weird way. Minor nitpick here. Any other cons that you have with the game? Anything you don't like about the game that you can think of?
No.
Oh, 2 players. Duh. I always mention this. It's just 2 players. Why couldn't we have had, 3 extra donuts?
Yeah.
Why couldn't we have 6 extra donuts? Why couldn't we have 9 extra donuts? We could have made this a 5-player game. There is not a specific amount that we could have. I mean, you could easily have 5 people throwing little donuts in here, and that would have really added to the game, I do believe.
I have an answer to that.
What's that?
You could get more copies of the game.
You could get more copies of the game, and it's cheap on Amazon, and that's actually a great idea. You could even set up 2 of these right next to each other. Maybe you could strap them together.
Yeah.
That's actually a really cool idea. But moving on to the pros, that was the cons. We were nitpicking for the most part because I think we both really enjoyed this game. I know I did. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a great children's. Maybe it is. What do you think? I don't think it's great. I think it's good.
I think it's in the middle.
Okay, so between good and great. So normally for me, that's about a 7.5, somewhere in that range. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do about a 7.7 on this. It's easy to learn. It's easy to teach. It's easy to assemble as long as you have the batteries. The components feel nice. I mean, they don't feel like they're going to break. This has got dropped, I think, twice now by my 4-year-old, or maybe it was you, and it's still working. And it's a quality little fan. Like, it's not... Like, that feels good.
Yeah.
So look at his hair. It's a solid little fan. And overall, I think you're probably going to be able to find this on Amazon for around $4 to $8. I think you're going to get that much fun out of this thing, no problem. Not to mention, one more pro that I like with this is that this is a legit children's game. When I say family game versus children's game, a children's game means that once the kids know how to play it, they can play it by themselves. You could teach this to all the kids in your class. You guys could just play this all afternoon with no help whatsoever from adults. And having games like that, especially if you have numerous kids, are fantastic. So this game, as long as you stress on them, make sure you turn off the fan so the battery doesn't die, is something that you could just put in a kid's room and let them enjoy And it could be something they can get without mom, dad, grandma, whoever. But that is Fryin Flyin donuts from Maya Games. Fryin Flyin donuts from Maya Games. If it looks like it might be your cup of tea, be sure to check this one out. If you're enjoying what we're doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Don't ever turn it the wrong way. That will break it. Don't turn it against that way, but...
Okay.
Because that's... Well, we'll talk about that later. That's how another game in my classroom actually broke. But, anywho... What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Alright, you do the outro.
I forgot what you were saying.
We'll do the outro. Get them out of here.
Bye.
No, you gotta thank them first.
Thank you.
You gotta tell them to go click on the Amazon Associates or the Patreon down below. And the comments below, let me know what's your question. You wanna do a question?
Yeah.
Donut related question.
If you could eat... How many donuts could you eat in a day?
In a day. Okay, so let me rephrase this. This is just how many you think you could legitimately eat. You're not worried about the calories. You're not worried about what your family would think. I want your answer first. I really got to think about mine.
6.
6?
Well, it depends on how big they are.
That's true. I mean, if they're just little cake donuts versus like a big old apple fritter, absolutely, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
I think I could probably do 50.
50?
Well, here's my line of thinking. I know I can eat a whole dozen donuts in a sitting. I've done it before. I used to be 300 plus pounds. Let's not talk about that. I used to be a big boy. You know that, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I could eat a dozen donuts for breakfast, a dozen donuts for lunch, a dozen donuts for dinner, and then I'd probably eat around another dozen donuts throughout the day, plus 2. So I think I could, and plus I think I would push myself to really hit 50. If I got through that 4th dozen, I'd be like, yeah, I want to hit 50. I want to hit that nice 50 number. But let me know in the comments below. How many donuts do you think you could eat? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.